On 22nd of February this year, JUJA constituency lost its member of parliament Francis WAITITU after long illness. His widow Susan WAITITU got into the race to succeed her husband but ended up being the first runners-up. Our reporter NAMUKANA SAMWEL went back to JUJA to understand the political life of Susan WAITITU. This is the silent story of Susan WAITITU alias WAKAPEE.
I am on my way to JUJA constituency. For the past 2 months, I have been covering a by-election here. I spent days and nights in this region, but something struck my attention during my coverage. I took keen notice of a candidate who was a front-runner, but she rarely campaigned or addressed the media. She had won the primaries and was flying the ruling party Jubilee's flag. After the results of the by-election were announced, she became the first runners-up. I am back here to understand her secret political life. I am SAMWEL, NAMUKANA. We get to her home in JUJA constituency at around 4 p.m. We are welcomed by calm and silence in these neighboring leafy suburbs. In what could be described as a twinkle of an eye, Susan WAITITU appears from the front door of her magnificent home. With calm and silence, she welcomes my crew.
So I had my counseling center, but you know, in the process, my husband got away. In fact, he passed on just recently, shortly before the campaigns. So now, from there, I had to close down because I was the sole caregiver.
2 months ago, Susan lost her husband Francis WAITITU, who had been the member of parliament for this region for 8 years.
I had actually accepted as the MP, so I had to give him out, you know, to share him with everyone. It's literally that way. Because you'll have people calling him for help, some ladies even calling for house rent, you know, and all that. You know, and being a lady, that can bring a lot of issues there and there. But because I had accepted and I decided to let go of him, to do his work freely.
Her husband was bedridden for 6 months due to brain cancer complications that had taken a toll on the member of parliament. Susan had to stop everything and was to be there to watch over her sick husband.
No, the first time he was diagnosed, it was in 2017. And by then the doctor, it's when he disclosed to us that he had brain tumor, he had brain cancer. And we were told he actually had around a year or so to live, in fact less than a year. Between 5 months to 12 months, that's close to half a year to live.
On Monday, February 22nd, 2021, hell broke loose and Francis WAITITU succumbed to the deadly disease at MP Shah Hospital in Nairobi.
And now down that line I could see the progression, how he was going. Like, no, there's a time he was talking, there's a time he could sit up, watch TV. It reached a point where he shut down completely. Now he could not even open his eyes, he could not talk, he could not even smile. You know, he went down all that. So I was kind of psychologically prepared. It was to come and it was inevitable.
In about 3 weeks, the family mourned the head of the family before the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission announced the vacancy for the JUJA by-elections. This meant the constituents in this region had to go back to the ballot to elect their representative.
And I felt he had also started a lot of schools that were actually incomplete. Some of them he had managed to construct maybe around 1-2 classes, so they were on the first phase. And I felt that if somebody else stepped in, his dream could be scattered, or his dream could be shattered. And I felt for his legacy, as I'm saying, I should step in and come in.
Okay, so how are the JUJA by-elections?
JUJA by-elections, they were not very easy, and especially speaking as a woman and on a woman's perspective. For me, first I was antagonized a lot because of people felt that I should have stayed maybe through grieving and all that.
Susan had no choice but to try and inherit the seat left by her deceased husband. But how were the campaigns from her perspective?
You just say that it's really hard for a woman to campaign.
Yeah.
Why is it so?
It's hard because you see, because of the financial aspect. So through the nomination, I really struggled. But after nomination, for nomination, you were a lot of us in Jubilee. So the Chama could not have singled out one person to assist. But once I was declared as a Jubilee candidate, the Chama came in. The Jubilee came in a big way to assist me.
This was the voting day in the constituency. At around 11 a.m., Susan Waititu made her way to JUJA primary to cast her vote.
Okay, for the election day, especially for me, after voting, I mainly came to the house. I came to the house.
In less than 12 hours, results started streaming in, and Susan had no choice but to watch as things were unfolding.
I was anxious. There was a lot of anxiety, but I had my children here. They were with me, and I also had some friends who were keeping me in company. But now come in the evening when the results started streaming in, it's when it started hitting us that things are not going right.
At around 11 p.m., Kiambu Governor James Nyoro, accompanied with other leaders, stormed the Mangu High School, the main tallying center, and vote counting was suspended.
It was a scaffold that actually they were trying to see that things are done right. Because there are some votes, even now I can claim my votes, some of them were not counted. And that is what they were trying to push for all my votes to be counted. But now you see the IEBC decided to go with the tallying votes that were being streamed in. But we had the votes on the ground that we could have counted one by one.
Susan lost the seat to George Koimburi of People's Empowerment Party.
And by then, I think I still had time to see it and accept and think, oh, now from here, I need to move on. So even when they were being announced, I already knew, so it never caught me by surprise.
Before I could conclude my interview, I had to ask how they met with the late Francis Waititu.
Oh, my husband.
Exactly.
It's a long story. It's a long story.
Really short.
That's a long one. Okay, for one about Mheshimiwa, how I met him. He had lost his wife. And his wife happened to be my aunt. And he got injured. He had an accident. That is how my aunt passed on. So he had these two little children that were left behind, and I was so close to my aunt. So it's a story that I intend to put up, to do a writing on it. And from there, him himself, he was injured, so I used to take care of him. And then from there, I went back to school, and we continued talking and all that. One thing led to the other, and I became his wife. Well, this is my family. Here I have my grandson, ndiye mdogo kabisa in the family.
Okay.
And he's the same one here. This is my daughter, the husband, and that's the son now. And now here I have my family, the whole of us. This was in 90 what? No, not 90s. About 89. And now this is him in a CMA tie. He used to be a CMA member. Yeah. Gengi Muigai and the wife, Catherine. And that was in 2009. Yeah.
For Susan Waititu, popularly known as WAKAPEE, for now, politics is on hold till further notice. NAMUKANA SAMWEL, Switch TV, JUJA, Kiambu County.